self-proclaimed MAGA Trumper, his words, Craig Robertson, gets shot and killed by the FBI when they go to arrest him for making credible threats of murdering the President of the United States. And the right wing is losing their mind. They're losing their damn minds. I can't tell you, folks, this is why we are too irresponsible a society to have guns. I have said this over and over again. Rhetoric matters. These people have become delusional and fallen into this rhetoric, and we need to take action. We do. This kind of thing, this man, when the FBI came to talk to him about the threats he made, he confirmed their suspicions. He said, yeah, it was me. He thought he was kind of being anonymous with his handle, not proclaiming who he was. But he confirmed it. Yeah, it was me. And you know, he was aggressive enough that they took him seriously. And then he told them, conversation's over, get off my property, come back when you have a warrant. So that's what they did. 6 o'clock in the morning, they came and knocked on his door with an arrest warrant. He shows up with a gun, and according to witness testimony from his neighbors, they hear him pop off a couple shots. Then the FBI returned the favor. And then they heard a lot of shots. And old Craig was gone. No, they didn't just brutally murder the man. They carried him out of his home, secured the area, and then they started performing CPR on them, but they were unable to revive him. And right-wingers are losing their damn minds over this. They're comparing it to Kathy Griffin and the obviously fake head she held up. She apologized for it, said she was stupid. She was investigated by the FBI and cooperated. 100%. They're comparing that situation to Craig Robertson, who said when President Biden, his latest threat was when President Biden was coming to his area to speak, that it was time for him to dust off his M24 sniper rifle. Yeah, that gets you a visit from the FBI, folks. And he had done so much and made so many threats. He had threatened, he said it was his dream. It was time for him to live out his dream of going to New York and murdering DA Alvin Bragg. It's not just rhetoric. It's not just rhetoric. They fall into this delusional stuff. And there are pictures of him over and over again, you know, talking about his ghillie suit. And then for folks that aren't, you know, into this gun stuff, and a ghillie suit is what part of a sniper's gear, which helped them blend into, you know, blend into the background so that they're not spotted. It allows them to get close to who they're trying to shoot. And I mean, the guy has tactical gear. He's one of these numbnuts. He's one of these pretend guys that you see him all the time on the right wing wearing, you know, tactical helmets and vests and shit like that. This guy is just an atypical maggot gun freak. And he fell into the delusion. He thought that he could sit there and make threats against the President of the United States and nobody would come talk to him about it. Of course they are. Of course they are. And he didn't cooperate. He showed up at the door with a weapon. And that gets you killed, folks. That gets you killed. You cannot do that. You have to comply when the police come to your home to arrest you. You have to follow their orders. You do. That's the law. That's the way it works. This delusion that you're going to fight the government that's all over the right wing. This is what it gets you, folks. Every one of you that have ever said, oh, I need my weapons in case the government, you know, I got to fight them off. No, you're going to end up like Craig Robertson. You fight the government at the ballot box. That's where you fight the government, folks. That's where you fight the government. you don't end up in freaking gun battles with the government. That's a delusional stupidity, and it is so rife and so rampant within our society right now. These numbnuts out there living these just fantasies. And if you look at the pictures of this guy, Craig Robertson, you can just see him living these fantasies. 75-year-old man in tactical gear. Really? Really, you dumbass? You're nobody's hero. You're nobody's hero. Just stop it. Just stop it. This is why you're losing your weapons. Because and the right-wingers are attacking the government for this. They are so wrong on this. The FBI showed up to someone's home who made credible threats against the President of the United States to arrest him, and the right is on the side of the guy who made the threats. This is why you can't have weapons. This is why we need a timeout. Because you are gone. The maggots are gone. I love you folks. Please reach down, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Help us get this message out so that we can embolden Democrats to send a message to these nuts that this is not okay. Because I assure you folks, they are not sitting there saying he should have complied. They aren't. They're saying, oh, this is the government of the big bad wolf government. Killed there are posts out there where they're saying, oh, he was such a sweet guy. No, he wasn't a sweet guy. He was a guy that talked about murdering people. Hit that subscribe button, folks. We're at about 1.5 million followers. We need to get to 2 million. Help us out. MeidasTouch is not the news media, the corporate news media. We are the independent news media. We are doing right by the American people. We are not doing drama. We're not doing stupidity. We're not saying things that aren't true. You got the right-wing media saying he allegedly made threats. No. He made threats. He confirmed he made threats. It's not allegedly. He said it out of his own mouth and through his own fingers all over social media. Help us out, folks. Love you. Old Texas Paul out.
Hey Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.